Hey everyone, Chris making this. So, just got home from work not too long ago and I have a massive headache. And I've got a feeling it's only going to get bigger because I'm about to do something really, really stupid. And I figured if I was going to do something foolish that was going to hurt me, I may as well bring you along with me for the ride. So despite everything telling me I shouldn't do this, welcome to the first part of Let's Read My Immortal. For those of you who may not know, My Immortal was a work of fan fiction that was very, 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 very loosely based in the Harry Potter universe, and is considered by many people to be the worst thing, not only in the history of written fan fiction, but in the history of things written ever. And I'm going to preface this by saying I'd never read this before doing it now, so I'm going into this semi-blind. Like I said, I do know that it's the worst thing to ever come out of a person sitting in front of a keyboard and typing. And for whatever reason, I'm deciding to read this. Maybe because I want to punish myself for something, I don't know, but yeah, so here we are. It's just a simple, be warned, because from what I know, this is filled with massive amounts of misspelling, poor grammar, and quote-unquote adult language. So, this one not really safe for the kids, or not safe for work, so, mature audiences only, or whatever. Alright, so let's begin My Immortal. Pray for me. Author's note. Special thanks, get it, because I'm gothic, to my GF, ew, not in that way, Raven, Bloody Tears 666, for helping me with the story and spelling. You rock. Justin, you're the love of my depressing life, you rock too, MCR rocks. Well, already we're off to a terrific start here. Hi. My name is Ebony Darkness Dementia Ravenway, and I have long ebony hair, that's how I got my name, with purple streaks and red tips that reaches my mid-back, and icy blue eyes like limpid tears, and a lot of people tell me I look like Amy Lee. Author's note, if you don't know who she is, get the hell out of here. I'm not related to Gerard Way, but I wish I was because he's a major fucking hottie. I'm a vampire, but my teeth are straight and white. I have pale white skin. I'm also a witch. And I go to a magic school called Hogwarts in England, where I'm in the 7th year, I'm 17. I'm a goth, in case you couldn't tell, and I wear mostly black. I love Hot Topic, and I buy all my clothes from there. For example, today I was wearing a black corset with matching lace around it and a black leather miniskirt, pink fishnets, and black combat boots. I was wearing black lipstick, white foundation, black eyeliner, and red eyeshadow. I was walking outside Hogwarts. It was snowing and raining, so there was no sun, which I was very happy about. A lot of preps stared at me. I put up my middle finger at them. Hey, Ebony, shouted a voice. I looked up. It was... unnecessary ellipses. Draco Malfoy. What's up, Draco? I asked. Nothing, he said shyly. But then I heard my friends call me and I had to go away. Author's note. Is it good? Please tell me, Fangs. Next section. Author's note. Thanks to Bloody Tears 666 for helping me with the chapter. BTW, prep, stop flaming my story, okay? The next day I woke up in my bedroom. It was snowing and raining again. I opened the door of my coffin and drank some blood from a bottle I had. My coffin was black ebony, and it was hot pink velvet with black lace on the ends. I got out of my coffin and took off my giant NCR t-shirt, which I used for pajamas. Instead, I put on a black leather dress, a pentagram necklace, combat boots, and black fishnets on. I had on 4 pairs of earrings in my pierced ears and put my hair in a kind of messy bun. My friend Willow, author's note, Raven, this is you! Woke up then and grinned at me. She flipped her long waist-length raven black hair with pink streaks and opened her forest green eyes. She put on her Marilyn Manson t-shirt with a black mini, fishnets, and pointy high-heeled boots. We put on our makeup, black lipstick, white foundation, and black eyeliner. OMFG, I saw you talking to Draco Malfoy yesterday, she said excitedly. Yeah, so? I said, blushing. Do you like Draco? She asked as she went out of the Slytherin common room and into the Great Hall. No, I so fucking don't, I shouted. Yeah, right, she exclaimed. Just then, Draco walked up to me. Hi, he said. Hi, I replied flippantly. Guess what, he said. What, I asked. Well, Good Charlotte are having a concert in Hogsmeade, he told me. Oh my fucking god, I screamed. I love GC. They are my favorite band besides MCR. Well, do you want to go with me, he asked. I gasped. Next section. Author's note. Stop flamming this story, preps, okay? Otherwise, thanks to the Gothic Pipple for the good reviews. Thanks again, Raven. Oh yeah, BTW, I don't own this or the lyrics for Good Charlotte. On the night of the concert, I put on my black lace-up boots with high heels. Underneath them were ripped red fishnets. Then I put on a black leather mini dress with all this corset stuff on the back and front. I put on matching fishnet on my arms. I straightened my hair and made it look all spiky. I felt a little depressed then, so I slit on my wrists. I read a depressing book while I waited for it to stop bleeding, and I listened to some GC. I painted my nails black and put on tons of black eyeliner. Then I put on some black lipstick. I didn't put on foundation because I was pale anyway. I drank some humid blood, so I was ready to go to the concert. I went outside. Draco was waiting there in front of his flying car. He was wearing a simple Plan t-shirt, they would play at the show too, baggy black skater pants, black nail polish, and a little eyeliner. Author's notes. A lot of cool boys wear it, okay? Hi, Draco, I said in a depressed voice. Hi, Ebony, he said. We walked into his flying black Mercedes-Benz, the license plate said 666, and flew to the place with the concert. On the way, we listened excitedly to Good Charlotte and Marilyn Manson. We both smoked cigarettes and drugs. When we got there, we both hopped out of the car. We went to the mosh pit at the front of the stage and jumped up and down as we listened to Good Charlotte. You come in cold, you're covered in blood, they're all so happy you've arrived. The doctor cuts your cord, hands you to your mom, she sets you free into this life, sang Joel. I don't own the lyrics to that song. Joel is so fucking hot, I said to Draco, pointing to him as he sung, filling the club with his amazing voice. Suddenly, Draco looked sad. What's wrong? I asked as we moshed to the music. Then I caught on. Hey, it's okay, I don't like him better than you, I said. Really? Draco asked sensitively as he put his arm around me all protective. Really, I said. Besides, I don't even know Joel, and he's going out with Hilary fucking Duff. I fucking hate that little bitch, I said disgustedly, thinking of her ugly blonde face. The night went on really well, and I had a great time. So did Draco. After the concert, we drank some beer and asked Benji and Joel for their autographs and photos with them. We got GC concert tees. Draco and I crawled back into his Mercedes-Benz, but Draco didn't go back to Hogwarts. Instead, he drove the car into the Forbidden Forest. Next section. Author's notes. I said stop flamming, okay? Ebony's name is Ennaby, not Mary Sue, okay? Draco is so in love with her that he is acting different. They knew each other before, okay? Why am I doing this to myself? Oh, God. Alright, moving on. Draco! I shouted. What the fuck do you think you are doing? Draco didn't answer, but he stopped the flying car and he walked out of it. I walked out of it too, curiously. What the fucking hell? I asked angrily. Ebony? He asked. What? I snapped. Draco leaned in extra close, and I looked into his gothic red eyes. He was wearing color contacts, which revealed so much depressing sorrow and evilness that suddenly I didn't feel mad anymore. And then, suddenly, just as Draco kissed me passionately, Draco climbed on top of me and we started to make out keenly against the tree. He took off my top and I took off his clothes. I even took off my bra. Then he put his thingy into my you-know-what and we did it for the first time. Hold on. I wish this was something stronger than water right now. Oh, I screamed. I was beginning to get an orgasm. We started to kiss everywhere and my pale body became all warm. And then... What the hell are you doing, you motherfuckers? It was... Dumbledore. Next section. Author's notes. Stop flamming. If you flam, it means you're a prep or a pauser. The only reason Dumbledore swore is cause he had a headache, okay? And on top of that, he was mad at them for having sex. With two X's. P.S. I'm not updating until I get 5 good rewows. Dumbledore, Maid, and Draco and I follow him. He kept shouting at us angrily. You ludicrous fools, he shouted. I started to cry tears of blood down my pallid face. Draco comforted me. When we went back to the castle, Dumbledore took us to Professor Snape and Professor McGonagall, who were both looking very angry. They were having sexual intercourse in the Forbidden Forest, he yelled in a furious voice. Why did you do such a thing, you mediocre dunces? Asked Professor McGonagall. The hell? How dare you? Demanded Professor Snape. And then Draco shrieked, Because I love her! Everyone was quiet. Dumbledore and Professor McGonagall still looked mad, but Professor Snape said, Fine, very well, you may go up to your rooms. Draco and I went upstairs while the teachers glared at us. Are you okay? Draco asked me gently. Yeah, I guess, I lied. I went to the girls' dorm and brushed my teeth and hair and changed into a low-cut black full-length dress with red length all around it and black high heels. When I came out, Draco was standing in front of the bathroom, and he started to sing I Just Want to Live by Good Charlotte. I was so flattered, even though he wasn't supposed to be there. We hugged and kissed. After that, we said goodnight, and he reluctantly went back into his room. Next section. Author's note. Shit up. Prep's okay. P.S. I will not update until you give me good revows. The next day, I woke up in my coffin. I put on a black mini-skirt that was all ripped around the end and a matching top with red skulls all over it and high-heeled boots that were black. I put on 2 pairs of skull earrings and 2 crosses in my ears. I spray-painted my hair with purple. In the Great Hall, I ate some Count Chocula cereal with blood instead of milk and a glass of red blood. Someone bumped into me, and the blood spilled over my top. Bastard! I shouted angrily. I regretted saying it when I looked up because I was looking into the pale white face of a gothic boy with spiky black hair with red streaks in it. He was wearing so much eyeliner that I was going down his face, and he was wearing black lipstick. He didn't have glasses anymore, and now he was wearing red contact lenses just like Draco's, and there was no scar on his forehead anymore. He had a manly stubble on his chin. He had a sexy English accent. He looked exactly like Joel Madden. He was so sexy that my body went all hot when I saw him, kind of like an erection, only I'm a girl, so I don't get one, you sicko. Ow, my brain. I'm so sorry, he said in a shy voice. That's all right. What's your name, I questioned. My name's Harry Potter, although most people call me Vampire these days. Why? I exclaimed. Because I love the taste of human blood, he giggled. Well, I am a vampire, I confessed. Really? He whimpered. Yeah, I roared. Boy, this person sure loved to consult a thesaurus when they were writing this piece of crap. We sat down to talk for a while. Then Draco came behind me and told me he had a surprise for me, so I went away with him. Author's notes. Well, okay, you guys, I'm only written this because I got 5 God reviews, and BTW, I won't write the next chapter till I get 10 good ones. Stow flamming, or I'll report you. Ebony isn't a Mary Sue, okay, she isn't perfect, she's a satinist, and she has problems, she's depressed, for God's sake. Draco and I held our pale white hands with black nail polish as we went upstairs. I was wearing red Satanist sayings on my nails in red nail polish. Author's note. See, does that sound like a Maru Sue to you? I waved to Vampire. Dark misery was in his depressed eyes. I guess he was jealous of me that I was going out with Draco. Anyway, I went upstairs excitedly with Draco. We went into his room and locked the door. Then, we started Frenching passively, and we took off each other's clothes enthusiastically. So many things wrong with that sentence. Moving on. He felt me up before I took off my top. Then I took off my black leather bra, and he took off his pants. We went on the bed and started making out naked, and then he put his boy's thingy in mine, and we had sex. See, is that stupid? Yes. Yes, it is. Oh, Draco! Draco, I screamed while getting an orgasm, and all of a sudden I saw a tattoo I had never seen before in Draco's arms. It was a black heart with an arrow through it, on it in bloody Gothic writing with the words, Vampire. Vampire is one word, not many. I was so angry. You bastard, I shouted angrily, jumping out of bed. No, but you don't understand, Draco pleaded, but I knew too much. No, you fucking idiot, I shouted. You probably have AIDS anyway. I put on my clothes all huffily and stomped out. Draco ran out even though he was naked. He had a really big you-know-what, but I was too mad to care. I stomped out and did so till I was in Vampire's classroom where he was having a lesson with Professor Snape and some other people. "Vampire Potter, you motherfucker!" I yelled. Next section. Author's notes. Stop flassing, okay? If you do, then you are a prep. Everyone in the class stared at me, and then Draco came into the room even though he was naked and started begging me to take him back. "Ebony, it's not what you think," Draco screamed sadly. My friend Bloody Mary Smith smiled at me understatedly. She flipped her long waist-length gothic black hair, waist spelled like garbage, which this is, and opened her crimson eyes like blood because she was wearing contact lenses on. She had pale white skin that she was wearing white makeup on. Hermione was kidnapped when she was born. Her real parents are vampires, and one of them is a witch, but Voldemort killed her mother, and her father committed suicide because he was depressed about it. She still has nightmares about it, and she is very haunted and depressed. It also turns out her real last name is Smith and not Granger. She has since converted to Satanism. She is in Slytherin now, not Gryffindor. "What is it that you desire, you ridiculous dimwit?" Snape demeaned angrily in his cold voice till I ignored him. "Vampire, I can't believe you cheated on me with Draco," I shouted at him. Everyone gasped. I don't know why Ebony was so mad at me. I had went out with Vampire. I'm bi and so is Ebony. For a while, but then he broke my heart. He dumped me because I liked Brittany, a stupid preppy fucker. We were just good friends now. He had gone through horrible problems, and now he was gothic. Haha, like I would hang out with a prep. "But I'm not going out with Draco anymore," said Vampire. "Yeah, fucking right, fuck off, you bastard," I screamed, and ran out of the room and into the forbidden forest where I had lost my virility to Draco, and then I started to bust into tears. Okay, they shifted character midway through there. Alright, one more section, and then I'm gonna stop, because otherwise I am going to beat myself savagely with this drinking glass. Author's note. Stop flamming, okay? I didn't read all the books. Spelled B-O-O-S. This is from the movie, so it's not my fault if Dumbledore swears. Besides, I said he had a headache. And the reason Snap doesn't lick Harry now is cause he's Christian and Vampire is a Satanist. MCR rocks. I was so mad and sad. I couldn't believe Draco for cheating on me. I began to cry against the tree where I did it with Draco. Then all of a sudden a horrible man with red eyes and no nose and everything started flying towards me on a broomstick. He didn't have a nose, basically like Voldemort in the movie, and was wearing all black because it was obvious he wasn't gothic. It was Voldemort. Why would you say the person looked like Voldemort when it turns out it is Voldemort? God, I hate this. No! I shouted in a scared voice, but then Voldemort shouted imperious and I couldn't run away. Crookshanks! I shouted at him. Why did she shout the name of Hermione's cat? Voldemort fell off of his broom and started to scream. I felt bad for him even though I'm a sadist, so I stopped. Ebony, he yelled, thou must kill Vampire Potter. I thought about Vampire and his sexy eyes and gothic black hair and how his face looks just like Joel Madden. I remember that Draco had said I didn't understand, so I thought, what if Draco went out with Vampire went out with him, and they broke up? No, Voldemort, I shouted back. Voldemort gave me a gun. No, please, I begged. Thou must, he yelled. If thou does not, then I shall kill thy beloved Draco. How did you know? I asked in a surprised way. Voldemort's got a dude you're so retarded look on his face. I hath telekinesis, he answered cruelty. And if thou doth not kill Vampire, then thou knowest what will happen to Draco, he shouted. And he flew away angrily on his broomstick. I was so scared and mad I didn't know what to do. Suddenly Draco came into the woods. Draco, I said. Hi. Hi, he said back, but his face was all sad. He was wearing white foundation and messy eyeliner, kind of like a pentagram, get it? Between Joel Madden and Gerard Way. Are you okay, I asked. No, he answered. I'm sorry I got all mad at you, but I thought you cheated on me, I expelled. That's okay, he said, all depressed, and we went back into Hogwarts together making out. Alright. Well, I'm about a quarter of the way through this thing. And I'm really questioning why, dear God, why did I decide to do this? I hope someone out there is entertained watching this. Because God knows I'm not. Anyway, that's all for now. Give it a watch, tell me what you think. If enough people watch and provide feedback, I'll continue to torture myself and continue on with the next quarter of the story. I think I'm gonna go take some Advil and lie down now. Or get something to eat, I don't know. Alright, well, that's all for now. Thanks for watching. Later.